Make sure you tell your friend, closest somebody where you are going to. Don't just say I'm coming.
People take Uber cabs without even sharing the ride or even sharing the registration plate. If you sense danger, you can remove yourself from that environment.
Make sure you don't drop water on the floor that could slip your leg and it sustain great injury.
In the past, you'll see people borrow money online and then the online app agencies share your data all over. We go to seek for houses, go to rent houses and all that. We don't look well to understand the environment you are going to rent our houses in.
Please, don't answer phone in the kitchen when you are cooking.
Have emergency numbers. The idea of personal safety is to mitigate risk.
What are some of the personal safety measures in critical moment now? I know we have already mentioned some of them as we're discussing. Just wrap it up before a question and answer session.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, critical moments encompass emergencies, health emergencies, natural disasters, violent attacks. We must know what to do. And we have to learn how to do a CPR in case we have somebody who suffers a heart attack. We must be able to take certain actions if there's an armed robbery attack in our neighborhood. We must know steps to take. We must be able to galvanize our neighborhoods or our friends to be safety conscious. There are a lot of neighborhoods where crimes take place repeatedly. Armed robbers invade, they come, they succeed, they go, come back, because there are no countermeasures put in place to promote safety and the security of persons there. So these are issues. You get into a nightclub or a restaurant, one of the things you also should look out for, where's the fire extinguisher?
Do they have?
Do they have?
In your home,
and just like what the example I gave at
in your car, do you have?
The building that got burnt. A lot of people didn't know what to do. I used to visit a restaurant not too far from here. The day I went there, it was also a lounge. And then I noticed that only one entry, one exit. And it was at the end of a close. And I just told myself, if the bad boys come here, there's no way one is going to escape. And the day the owner was like, why don't you come? And I mentioned it to him. He said, true. People have said it too and all that. And then before you knew it, the place went down because nobody wants to compromise safety. So your safety is key. It's paramount. You must do all you can. As you get into anywhere, use your six senses. Look out for the things that will bring you hurt or harm or injury. Learn to know what to do in case somebody is suffering from an allergy or suffers a heart attack, or so you get into a public vehicle like an Uber. As you enter, test the door, especially if you're sitting at the back. If there's a child lock, as you enter, close it, test it again to see whether it will open from the inside. Be vigilant. Do not be overtly friendly with strangers. Do not give room. For those who are employers of labor, you must also conduct background checks on the people you're employing so that your personal safety can be guaranteed. We're not just talking safety about fire. Personal safety, because a lot of the threats are internal.
Or whatever at home.
They're internal.
How far do you know them? Your cook at home.
So these are issues. These are issues that you must take note of. A lot of the kidnaps that happen, somebody gives information. It is not enough to just take life the way it is. We must put measures in place to protect ourselves from harm and danger.
So that's why I said earlier that it's all encompassing. You mentioned even health. Sometimes somebody is actually dying. What are you supposed to do? We don't even know. So it's something you can also read up as a young man. It's for somebody, well, what kind of first aid do I give? I'm not a medical person. I'm not a medical, but I know that I can do what so and so because I learned it, because I was told to save life. Some of them they teach in social media. Somebody said that if it's just in your heart beating, just hit it by yourself with your hand, bam, 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 and the thing will just calm down. So if somebody has already collapsed and you feel his heart attack, start hitting here, beat him here, beat with all your mind here, this joint. So these are things you need to learn. You do it over and over and over again. The person may just jack up. And all that. So you can Google and learn some of these things. It's not everything I'll be able to mention to you here, but I'm just giving you tips. Even when you are at home, I mention it, you are cooking. Who are your gate men? Where did you get them from? All Hausa man, they answer Malam. Malam where? Kogi State. Where? So you need to know those you are bringing to guide you. You need to know who is cooking food for you. Because there's some youth that also have money and they want all this comfort. So make further, further inquiries on those around you. As I said in my opening, I say even when at home. And once you enter your house, lock the door. Don't say my gate man is there. Gate man can be sold out. You don't know, as you enter, he follows you in too. You did it before. Your man that died in Port Harcourt. It's the same thing. The parents are abroad, left him with this Hausa man. And he was so good to the Hausa man. But the other one, Hausa man, the other gate outside, convince him, let's kill this young man and go away with this fine car when Papa lived from. And suddenly he agreed. He just entered as usual. No, they locked door now because he knew that Malam is always there. In the bedroom, they met in bedroom and two of them and he cannot even fight for himself. One, he wasn't expecting it. Two, he was already in the bedroom with soap in his hand before they attacked him. They started running with the vehicle. But that means it's not every head you temper with. They stopped them, police stopped them. They've not been able to clean the blood and whatever. That's why they brought them back to the house. The boy is already dead because he didn't get help. But if that young man has entered house, knowing that he's alone in the house, and locked door, and the man knock. So what do you want? From door, I can answer, what do you want? I do that to my gate man at home. What do you want? He will tell me what he wants. He says, no, I don't think I need that. Simple, I want to open. They have worked for me in 9 years, 10 years. So it's part of security purposes. Once I enter house, I jam my door. I don't like it open. And I sit in my living room. When anybody knock, yes. If it's my husband, my children coming in, I'll go and open the door there. Because I'm seated in the living room. Yeah, I'll be watching my African magic or whatever I'm watching. But I'm at alert. Who knocks? Who is there? I've already opened slide window to see who is there. So it's important. We must do all this for us to live. And then leave the rest to God. Let's try our own and then leave God. But for you to live your life, anyhow, in this present world, it's not right. So help yourself. There's so many things we have just said here. I say it's all encompassing in health, in office, everywhere. Just make sure you are safe. All right, we'll take a break now. And then we enter a session for question and answer. That's Q&A. Vivid View.
Say it and do it.
My name is Adebisi. My question is, what can one do when found in danger during job hunting or fake interview?
My name is Ogenesume, and my question is, what is the role of architects and civil engineers with regards to personal safety? And what does one have to look out for when choosing a place of residence with regards to personal safety? I have a second question. Can you throw more light to safety measures for international travelers to avoid implication? Thank you.
Welcome back. A lot of questions from the audience. I guess please provide the answers. Thank you.
Yes, to the question regarding when found in danger at fake job locations or interviews. One, we talked about self-awareness. We must also conduct due diligence on those companies that are supposed to be inviting us. If the company does not have a name, it is a red flag. If an address is there, why don't you just put the address on Google and see what has been written about that address before? Because like someone mentioned earlier, advisories have always existed about certain addresses that one shouldn't go to that have been associated with fake interviews. But like we have said before, you are going somewhere, let people know where you're going. But due diligence is key. Find out the name of the company. Because even if you're going for an interview in a company, you should be able to know the company, because part of your interviews, you will be able to ask questions at a point in time or even show knowledge of the workings of the company.
Exactly.
So it's not just enough to blindly go to an address because you are seeking or desperate for a job. No, that's a no-no. The role of architects and engineers with respect to safety. First of all, I'll advise people, I'll go back to due diligence. if you're going to engage an architect or an engineer, do your due diligence. How qualified are they? We have been seeing issues of building collapse here and there. Don't forget that most of those buildings that have gone under, millions of naira, and in some cases, lives have gone. Who are the people you have engaged for this project? Before we begin to talk about the personal safety in the house, people sleep in bathrooms because of the kind of tiles. Certain designs are faulty from day one. You're building a project, they are using fake wires,
Even
electrical
the
wires.
POP are falling down
POP
now.
falls on people.
Yes.
These are results of quackery. People who are not competent or qualified. So we should do well to avoid such persons. Go for persons who are certified. People you know that have a reputation, that you can vouch for whatever product or service they are rendering.
To add to that, to those who are really qualified, as you're mentioning, if you want to visit where they are building, they'll give you some safety helmets, shoes, and everything to show that before you enter. I remember I experienced that when we were building our house in Maryland. We were giving helmets. You see me, think I'm an engineer myself. They put all these things on me, say yes, for personal safety. Before I could even enter the building. So that one also shows that the architect knows what he or she is doing. Because also selecting this tiles, not everywhere you put tiles. There are certain tiles you not put in a living room, certain tiles you not put. Some people who doesn't know to them tie. They just bring and they prefer, oh, he's just fine. It's not fine at the issue. It's where you're putting it and the aftermath effect of that time. And then a little thing, the thing will just, many at the hospital, their legs are hanged up. Why? I fell in my house. I fell in the bedroom. Both old people, both young people. Some even fall and hit their head when they're not supposed to. That's the end. And if you also get a house, hire a house that have some of this and they didn't put that in place, you to try and use your brain. If you go to the market now, you see this plastic foot mat that they put in bedroom. Buy and put in your bedroom. Since you are already aware, because you're not the one that build the house, the tile is very slippery. Buy this one for 5,000, 3,000 and put for your own safety. So that you stand on it because it has one come that I'm good. You stand on it and have your bath. And then be careful. Put some towel, but as you step out, at least step on the towel to dry your leg before. And do that one for your own so that you can be safe. Because the person that built her didn't put all those things into consideration earlier. So these are personal safety. Like I said earlier, you can also Google and be able to know more. As a youth, know more about this. Don't just use your phone to go to unnecessary sites. Spend your time knowing all these things for yourself and for your loved ones. Now they can even also give advice to the second person. So this is what you do, this is what you're not supposed to do. And so I think that's exactly what we're saying. You're going to search for a job. Let one or two persons know about it. When you get there, first search where that place is. With a Google map, everything, you can be able to know the place. When you get there, before you move, text somebody else. Or you go in company of somebody. And so that it's not that person will give me a battle. No. These are things you do. And when you get there now, because in doing that, you're already taking dangers away already. When the person sees you that you came with somebody, and whatever he plans, we already be aborted. Because you didn't come alone, number one. And you will do your due diligence. But you also find safety. Find a way as you just entering, you are looking at where are the exit way, like we just mentioned before. Be very smart to look at. So that you just find your way. So these are the way that you can also run away from danger. Please, the next question.
And to the question about what one should consider when looking for a house in terms of safety, I always advise people, when you're looking for a house, yes, I have seen a house. Before you make payment, you do due diligence. Who is the landlord? As you've seen the house, try and visit the place at night so that you understand the environment. Because what you see in the daytime is different from what you see at night.
It is a very good one. Yes.
So it's not enough to look at the idea that it has water, it has borehole, it is this. Go back there at night so that you have an understanding of the area you're coming into. In the daytime, the place could be quiet. At night, there's a bar near your house, and bars attract all sorts of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get? It could be where you have people smoking narcotic substances around under the
Friday
cover
night,
of darkness. So it's always good. Then you're talking to an agent. Ask questions about the agent so that you don't throw your money away. Then for that of international travelers, there's a lot of advisory out there. Every day we read of people who have been trafficked to Libya, Mali, and all sorts of places, or even in the Middle East, Oman, and the likes, because of job promises.
Oh.
We appear too desperate. We don't if we take our personal safety into cognizance, these things won't happen, or it will be reduced to the barest minimum. People, you see, I had a chance. Some guy was telling me he had an offer in Jordan. I said, no. He came again, he had an offer in Oman. I said, you will end up a slave. You will end up read about the countries you are going to. Apart from going for job search, I remember a relative of mine was going to go to a particular country in Eastern Europe. And I told him, what I've read about this place, there's a lot of racism. He put it away. But he went and he came back and he told me that they were always glaring at him. The place he went to, few blacks, and they were always glaring at him.
Oh.
He didn't feel safe. He wasn't trusted, so he couldn't stay. He couldn't reside. So read about the places. Be that's awareness we're talking about. Self-awareness. Get knowledge. Preparedness. Prepare yourself for what you want to go and do. Read about the place, share experiences with you. Go online. You will see people's review about countries and places and certain types of jobs. Because every entity, whether human being, organization, or what have you, we all have our reputations associated with us. There's something somebody has left online that is a trail that can give you an insight into what you will put together to enhance your personal safety.
All right, thank you so much. We already addressed so much on this. Like we noted earlier, it's really a very wide topic. We're just dabbling into it one by one to make you have at least a little idea on some of these key areas about your own personal safety. And I'm sure we tried to make sure we pass this little information to you so that you know, especially with this period of our country, we know the country where we're in, or the world at large. A lot of problem here and there, not only in Nigeria, as a matter of fact. People here outside the world, they will just come out and start shooting in a mall, start shooting. Go to school, start shooting in school. So these are what we're talking about. So safety, you need to, do state precaution of certain things, and then God will help you out. Do, like I said, do your own, and then we leave the rest to God, our Maker. So thank you so much. Please, your parting words.
I'd like to implore each and every one of us to be very conscious of our personal safety. Like I said at the onset, it's a fundamental concern. It is something that we cannot afford to toy with. And your personal safety is encompassing about health, your safety, security, and the environment. So do not toy with it. Anything that will cause you harm, danger, injury, or accidents, please do well to avoid such situations. One of the safety factors that we must take into consideration is the fact that apart from the fact that you must control who comes into your personal space, maybe access control and what have you, illumination plays a critical role. But you find out that in recent times, because of Bandi, a lot of people do not put on the lights outside the house. So, but if you have to save cost, you can try to get a motion sensor light, whether electricity based or solar. That will help you save cost. But illumination is a key factor. It helps to deter criminals because the cover of darkness enables a lot of negative things. Thank you.
So like Bible says that the darkness can never comprehend light. And so light is very, very key. Ensure you put on your security lights. Forget that whether you pay money or you don't pay money, your life is still more important. It's when you are alive you can now think of any other thing. So please don't play with that. I'm also adding my voice to what you said. We have really touched some areas in this personal safety, measures that we just talked about now, even at critical moment. When it may not be you personally, but because you have an idea of what to do, when you see somebody who is actually in their trouble, you can give a helping hand because you know what to do. And that is why I repeat, please Google and get more information about this so that you'll be able to know how to conduct yourself in the public and also at home where such issues arises. I pray that God will not let us experience that. But when it comes, what do? We just have to. You have vehicle, ensure you have fire extinguisher. And now, don't even put your fire extinguisher, leave it in your boot. Most people make that mistake. They leave their fire extinguisher in the boot. If something happens and everything is shut down, you cannot open your boot to bring out the fire extinguisher to help. I think my own on the seat, with my little knowledge, put your fire extinguisher under your seat as a driver, under it. So once you match brake, jump out and you pick it quickly to see what you can do to salvage the situation. This is very, very key. So some of these are personal, safety we're still talking about. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam,
Thank you very much
for coming to this program. I want to thank God Almighty for giving us also the privilege to do this. And of course, our production crew, our executive producer, and our sponsors who have made it possible for us to be on air. We really appreciate you, and we pray that your business continue to blossom and flourish so that I can also be there to support us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, audience that are seated here. Thank you, our viewers over there for always joining us. For running up, I want to invite DHA to come and wrap up this program. Keep watching VVV the same time, same channels and handles. I am Healis, your host, and of course, the praying mother of the nation. Bye. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Vivid view with heavy licks. Whatever I think, I could do it. Whatever.
Check and balance. I know free jet, I gallant me. I don't need to worry. Only one day, my guarantee. As I dey play, they go. As I dey drop bass, I'm on the flow. Only back over me, nothing bother me. Can you see? I know they miss everything, so now win. Cause of Jesus, enemies no go see me finish. Look at the look, everybody want to sing like me. Yeah, you see, now my testimony. I know they miss everything, so now win. Cause of Jesus, enemies no go see me finish. Look at the look, everybody want to sing like me. Yeah, now my testimony. Wait, come back. In the way to reach me to stop my destiny. As I dey play, they go. As I dey drop bass, I'm on the flow. Plus, make it chill and relax. As I dey sing, I dey preach, multitasking. Those with the age don't get time for that dancing. In every balance it be place where they I pass every principalities. In every death in my steals. Only while I lose you, I'm a look around you. I know they miss everything, so now win. Cause of Jesus, enemies no go see me finish. You got the look, everybody want to sing like me. You see, now my testimony.